How you doing, good people? This is the 8-Bit Animal. Alright, so ninjas were real popular in the 80s and going into the 90s, which kind of leads into where we're going with this game today. And no, I'm not talking about Ninja Gaiden. But it's a ninja-based video game. You had Ninja Gaiden, you had Shadow of the Ninja, Ninja Crusaders, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ninja. You had Ninja Kid, a whole bunch of ninja-based video games back on the NES up to 1990. And we were spoiled because a lot of those ninja games were actually pretty good. My personal favorite is Legend of Kage. But you had all these ninja-based games, and so it was always obvious that publishers were going to be willing to cash in on that. Take Taito, for example. They were responsible for Space Invaders, arguably one of the greatest arcade games ever made. Bubble Bobble, Elevator Action, Legend of Kage, Renegade, all these games. And eventually they wanted to release another ninja title for the NES. And there was a title they released called Ninja Cop Saizu. Ninja Cop Saizu was meh. It wasn't the best game. It wasn't really good. It wasn't really bad. But it did see a wide release. It was ported to the US markets, and it was ported to Europe. The US version is Wrath of the Black Manta. Now, Wrath of the Black Manta, you are charged with rescuing kids from these, I don't even know if they're a criminal organization or what exactly they are. But it's probably the most randomly thrown together ninja video game to come out at that point on the NES. You had these random thugs, all of them kind of looked alike. A giant dude named Tiny. Levels where you flew on the back of kites. A bunch of kids that look like Jason Hervey from the Wonder Years. And some really strange ninja magic where you made a doppelganger that stood on your head. It's a strange game. The controls are kind of clunky, but it wasn't a horrible game. It wasn't Karate Kid by any means. But it wasn't Shadow of the Ninja either. Wrath of the Black Manta was a really interesting exercise in mediocrity, actually. And unless you're a fan of ninja games, I don't know if this one's worth like a really hard hunt for it. Even though it won't cost you a lot, and it may be easy to find because it's rather plentiful. I don't understand how games that flopped ended up being as plentiful as they were. But I digress. Like I said, Wrath of the Black Manta wasn't bad, but it wasn't necessarily really, really good either. This is the 8-Bit Animal. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.